welcome to Sanofi's booth. Thank you very much for joining us for our sessions. Today we have an exciting program, and our first session is about reinventing the entire biopharma value chain. And we are delighted to have with us the global head of data and artificial intelligence, Kaoutar, Sghiouer. Too late. It's because you need to dance. The floor is yours, Kaoutar.
Thank you. So, good morning, everybody. I'm coming back again here to talk about, again, AI. AI and AI and AI. But this time in a different way. It's not only about to share our success, what we are delivering, but also what we still have to do. What's mandatory to do, if not, we are done. So we made, I think, a great progress, a nice deliverable, a lot of use case that you could see everywhere on our booth and the journey that we do have in our stand. You will see a lot of things that we did. If you remember a little bit, at the beginning, when we start this journey, we start by the foundation. The data, because we understood at that time that garbage in, garbage out. We don't need to follow the hype of AI. So we built data foundation everywhere, on every global function, every business unit. We made uniform platforms, data and AI platforms, and then we built a lot of AI use cases. It's not just to discover, but linked to our objectives for the next 5-10 years. That was the mindset. And of course, we used GenAI, again, not for the hype, but where we had to reduce this distance between treatment and patient. We drive AI conversions, reusability, adoption, and yes, skilling everyone in the company. And you know, AI, it's become like the World Cup. Suddenly, millions of people become coaches. It's the same thing now with AI. Everyone suddenly become AI expert. But the win of the French football team yesterday reminded us something really important. We don't need striker with all 11 players. We do need defenders. We do need goals markers. We do need midfielders. It's the same in this journey in AI. Yes, we do need AI experts, but not all Sanofian as AI experts. We need the business skills. We need regulators. We need legal team, cybersecurity. So diverse skills with one goal, operating as one team. The data foundation that we built is enough. The use cases that we already are running are enough? No. What's the most important thing is, with our learning for the last 4 days, is the trust. The trust is the most important thing. And with the right coach, like the French football team, with what she did yesterday. And we do have the right coach, the whole team's members that are operating at senior level at Sanofi, and the right team. What we need to continue to deliver and to have is this trust. The why? Because that's a reality today. AI is really transforming healthcare domain from all areas, from research, development, manufacturing, supply, commercial, to healthcare insights. It's a fact today. There is no choice. But to do that, we need to continue to build on that trust, not but by being an AI expert, but being expert on the domain to transform every business unit skills in the way to operate in this era of AI. Because that's the only things that will increase the adoption. It's not about the most important AI model that my team could build. It's not about the robustness of the platform that we do have already, and I will show you. The adoption comes with trust, and again, with the right coach. Because that's the only way that we could achieve a high impact for patients. So how Sanofi is turning trusted AI into action? Because again, it's very nice to see on slides that we are building trust. But concretely, how we are doing that? We put in place principles. There is no way to go beyond these principles. We have a clear guidance. So this guidance, that's how it will help everyone to build AI. It's not by being an AI expert, but how you should use this AI in your domain as a business, as an end user. Awareness, because we need to build confidence and literacy. And of course, safeguards. We are creating treatment for patients, and there is zero tolerance to have a bias at the end of the day with any AI product outcome. So we put that in place. We do have a governance around that, and we didn't choose one area instead of others. The why, because again, the treatment for patients starts from the R to the D, to the manufacturing, to supply, to commercial, to achieve the healthcare insight. So we put AI everywhere, in every domain, not just to test, but to deploy. And the deployment, again, comes with trust. You will hear this word maybe 100, 1,000 of times in my presentation today. So 3 pillars to build AI at scale. Trusted data foundation. As I said at the beginning, garbage in, garbage out. So this data needs to be trusted. First, it needs to be available in the right way, in the right place, with the right quality, with the right governance, security, respecting regulation, and so on. Then we need to have a governance execution. This governance execution, it comes with our principles and guidance that I said at the beginning. So we do have a governance on how we execute every AI product. It goes from what we call the front door, digital front door. You do have a nice idea with your business sponsorship, a digital sponsorship. Okay, you need to submit your idea. Will be analyzed, assessed by the leaders of the function to identify if yes, it's linked to the common goal as a one team to mark the goal at the end of the match that we are playing together with this treatment. And it needs to ensure that yes, there is an efficiency, it's secured, without risk or controlled risks. And then they assess, they have 2 weeks to assess that before starting to build the MVPs. And it goes on 3 months, you need to showcase that it works, linked to the common goal, and it can be deployed. Again, it's not about time, it's about acceleration, respecting the guidance, the principles, and not to go to the garbage at the end of the MVPs. So, capabilities at scale. We are not reasoning anymore by a function in mode silo. Because the AI that we are building, I'm sure that can be reusable even for other businesses. Because that's how it works. And that's how we built our foundation, even on the AI side. Reusable component. Save time, save money, and increase efficiency. And of course, that's how we collaborate all together as one team from the R&D to the healthcare insights. Reusable component is a key, but again, it comes with trust. So, where we are in terms of foundation. Let's be honest, when we started like about 4 years ago, zero data foundation. we moved with a speed multiplied by 5 a year after that. Yes, cool, multiplied by 5. Great. But our ambition, it was halving the time from discovery to therapy. It was enough? Never enough. So last year, I was here so proud to share that we multiplied our speed by 14. Cool. But we are not yet there. This year, I'm announcing that we multiplied our governance, foundation, and AI scalability by 30. Hope that we trust we will be near to 90%. Why I'm not saying 100%? Never we will be at 100%. No, not any company in this world could achieve 100%. The world is moving every day. The patients are waiting, but the diseases are not waiting. We have mutation every day. We have a lot of disease appearing like every single day that we don't understand from where it comes, what's the purpose of it, what will be the impact on people, all these kind of things. That's why even AI couldn't achieve this 100% accuracy, because at the end of the day, AI is fed by the data. And the robustness of the data will never be at 100% too. The why is the same things. Every single day you do have a new data, different ways, different content, different ways of, it doesn't mean that you are addressing it today in the right way, that tomorrow will be the case. It's a continuous improvement that everyone have to keep in mind. So remember I said one place, one platform, or one ecosystem, what we call AI Foundry. The booth is right there. And you can see what we built, but on the, I will say the baseline of it, there are the data foundation in a structured way, governed in the right way. And here, even that your data isn't yet ready, with the AI Foundry, we can help to make it ready with the speed that I mentioned. Even that you are not data expert, now you could ask a tool behind that data Orion that we built that can make with your data ready with the AI agent. Of course, we built the agent hub. When we started that, of course, everyone was like, well, I'm claiming that I do have an agent platform. But the thing that 2 years ago, no one had an agent platform. It comes on all advisors, and now suddenly, like the World Cup, become coach, is the same here, suddenly everyone become experts on building AI agents on the same day of announcement that will be the future of business. So we decided also to say, oh, we are experts. And we built our AI agent platform with something which is, let's compare ourselves every 3 months to the market. Because at the end of the day, we are a biopharma company. We are not an AI company. We are not here to build AI agents for the sake of AI agents. So we continue to improve ourselves, to compare ourselves, and if it makes sense, yes, we can take something from the market. Under that, it was mentioned by Emmanuel just before, we have RAISE framework, which is responsible AI at Sanofi, to ensure that everything is secured, fair, robust, accurate, and sustainable, and ethics. Because it's not like the football, we are only supporting the French team. I am supporting only the French team. We are supporting all patients around the world. So ethics, it's mandatory and it's important in our RAISE framework. Let's go to the demo. idea here, it was like to show you that we started a data asset with the agent. I can prompt ask to have access to the data, to build it, to qualify, to even to follow the cost, because let's be honest, there is a cost behind a data analysis, behind building AI agent, and to see if it makes sense to go forward with the AI use case. Here, what you saw, there is no AI use case behind. It's only the data side of it that we built with the AI Foundry. And yes, we need on the top one, I checked, and I see that everything is good, and I can move forward. We have a use case which is medical insight. It's how we could bring insight on the medical data to make greater decision for the patient. Behind that, of course, they are using AI Foundry, what I show you, and they made the data accurate, trusted, and so on with the data Orion. And they built a lot of AI agents. They are competing to find where we do have conversions, where we have data asset telling us the same conclusion, where we do have divergence on the data in terms of medical insight again. Several data assets telling you the opposite one from each others. So what are the gaps that we could have? That's what we call the care gaps that we could have between the patient and the treatment. Maybe we have more patients in a disease and zero treatment. So that's kind of things that we are looking for to see, okay, what are the gaps with the data? What are the data assets available? And how we could bring the right treatment to the patient. And yes, at the end, you will have a recommendation to make decision. There is no AI agent behind that to make the right decision. Let's look to the quick demo. That's cool. A lot of AI agents. Let's just take a quick time to look to the governance behind that. There are a lot of people. I'm just here to represent them. But behind me, there is an army of guys from business, from data, from architecture, software, product that are building everything. So, as I said, a lot of opportunities come in, 1,000, 100. I don't have any more time to count them. Maybe I will use an AI agent to do it. Then they follow the process that I mentioned quickly, where it's governed to assess, okay, let's go and work, and we work in a distributed way. No silo, to avoid building the same product, the same time, and at the end of the day, having the same outcome, being happy, but so sad as one team, because we spent a lot of time to build the same things. We built what we call the AI Agent Hub that I mentioned to you. Here you will have the team who could bring you along what we built, how we did it. But let's again look to the demo on how it works. cool. That's how we are working on the AI agent. But if you look at that, I show you till now 3 demos. Maybe the evident question is, it's too much for a business user to go from an interface to another one, to another one. Oh, where is your efficiency, Sanofi? Our efficiency is with Concierge. Concierge is the front door for everything you have to ask or you need to know. You don't need to go to any visualization tool or any prompting stuff that you have to look at it. If you need, you could, of course. But there is one entry point, Concierge, the interface that you saw at the end, where you could ask what are the agents accessible for you. If this use case exists, where I can find this data? Oh, can you help me, Concierge, to make it AI ready? Yes, I could. And behind that, remember the first demo? That's what is running behind Concierge. Oh, I don't have access to such agent. Could you bring me at speed to understand how I can work with it, how I could have access to that? Yes, there are access control that I showed on the first demo. That's behind Concierge. All that, it's one package behind Concierge to bring the value to every end user for every use case. So Concierge is the product layer. Please go to the booth and to see more demos on Concierge. Behind that, of course, everything around the AI agent is on the Agent Hub. AI Foundry, the builder layer for the AI side and the data side. And yes, there is a foundation layer, what I call data orient, to build the foundation for the data and to make it ready. Everything, it's about reusable component that could serve every function. At the end of the day, mathematical model, it could be the molecule, it could be a machine, it could be a handbag. I'm a lover, by the way, of handbags. So that's how we operate in the mindset that, again, 11 players in the match, one will make the goal. And there is no ego. We will put everything, every effort to help this person to make the goal for the patient. So, but in this story, we can't forget something which is really important, which is us, as a human. Without the amazing people in Sanofi, we couldn't reach all that. So, and we started with that several years ago. That was the first thing. We started by making AI understood by everyone, but not being AI expert. The AI literacy, it's important. So skills, the DNA needs to work differently. It doesn't mean that we don't need the skills. They need to operate in another way to understand the bias behind AI, to understand risk, the value, and the speed that we need, the emergency that we all need in this world, because again, patients waiting, the disease are accelerating and moving in a faster way. So we activate digital, we drive digital with a lot of training for everyone, and we have now a nice thing, which is Digital Month. As I said at the beginning, when you do have the right coach, you do have the right programs, and the right, I will say, fuel to drive the car that I'm driving with data and AI, but without the guy who is heading digital, I will never drive this car. So let's go to the demo of how it went, the Digital Month in Sanofi.
At Sanofi, we build Concierge to put AI in the hands of every Sanofian. It's our AI companion that 25,000 people use daily. And once a year, we go all in. Digital Month, the ultimate AI festival. 75,000 Sanofians, 60 countries, 1 global stage, 5 main stage webinars, 28 speakers, ideas that accelerate how we work, 3 agentic workshops with over 18,000 Sanofians. Real skills, real impact. The mission: master AI, build agents, shift mindsets. But the biggest headliner: humans and AI, accelerating delivery for patients. One Sanofi, supercharged, chasing the miracles of science.
cool. Are we done? The World Cup still running. The same for Sanofi. It doesn't mean, but because we have one treatment that it's done, like the French team yesterday, they won one match, it's not done yet. It's the same for us, we are not done yet. I think AI for the last 3 years made us smarter. That's, I think, a reality with all product that we built, we deliver. But the real question now that I will let you with is, can AI also make us wiser? Because that's really what we do need to celebrate the win for the patient and to continue to chase the miracle of science. Thank you.
Congratulations. Very, very inspiring stuff, and it's only the beginning, if I can say so. We have a few minutes if you'd like to ask any questions. Yeah, we'll bring a mic. Can you bring a mic over here? If you can stand up, that will be easier for us. Don't hesitate to introduce yourself very briefly as well.
Madame.
Hi, I'm Sebastian Oleszczyk, a master student in consulting. Well, I would like to thank you for your enthusiasm. We could feel it. And before I get to the question, let's first mention something. In the beginning, you said you're not here for the hype of AI. But what was funny is that on every bullet point you mentioned AI, and for the following 5 minutes, you mentioned AI in every of your sentence. That was quite funny, but now my question is, can you tell me what I came for? Can you tell me how did you recreate or reinvent the value chain beyond just implementing AI within the value chain? So did you recreate the value chain?
Thank you so much for this question. Even the first one, it wasn't a question, but as I said at the beginning, if you remember, AI now is a fact. There is no way to go without it. But the way of how we need to do it, it's not to use it to build POCs, MVPs to showcase things, but it needs to be connected to the dots and to see how it could be accelerated. That's why we do have the governance to be sure that the AI product that we are building and where we are using AI, it makes sense. Because again, there is a cost behind that and there is inefficiency behind AI. Now, I loved really your question on the fact that AI or the agent, it's not for automation. That's what I'm saying every day to my team. If we are using AI agent to automate, that's not an agent. It could be RPA, it could be code optimization. The AI agents, it's a way of jumping. It's a way of reshaping the world. It's to say, okay, that's how I'm used to do it. If now I have a white paper in my domain, how it could be. So we started with a program called eBoard on the operation side, where we are rethinking the processes in a way to be a little bit smarter in this world. And on the top, we use AI. No data without the process catalog. So the data, it goes on the top of the process and then the AI on the top of the data. I'm not reinventing the process. It's not my job. I'm not skilled on that. I have a PhD on AI, not on processes. But the business, their role is to own the data, to own the processes. And as I said, trust is important. I'm trusting them that they are building the process in the right way to shape Sanofi philosophy, to accelerate the treatment from discovery to therapy. And on the top, I help them with this acceleration with the AI and agent. And I can't be on stage as a head of data and AI without talking about AI.
Any other question? Yeah? We will take another one after, and please.
Okay, Christine, CEO of Crescendos. Your projects on data and AI go very fast. I've got one question. When are the teams becoming the limiting factor?
Limiting factor?
Yeah, for deployment, execution, and...
It goes with adoption.
Yes.
That's why I said at the beginning, it's not here about showcasing what we are developing, but where it's stuck. And that's why I mentioned the trust several times. Honestly, it comes back to trust. If the business doesn't trust you in the way that if you are recommending a way to do it, that's the right way, it will go to another tools. And you can imagine we are receiving requests every day. And yes, if there is no trust on the team who is in charge of building the foundation, yes, you will go in a tool, and the other one in another tool, and yes, it will be a failure, not your failure or my failure as one member team of my team. It will be a failure for the company. Are we done? Not yet. And if here it's mine. Can AI also make us wiser? It's really linked to that.
One last question. I think you had a question over here. One last question, and you will be able to talk to Kaoutar later.
Yes, so hello, I'm Chloé Merlin. I'm joining from Switzerland, from Nestlé. And I have a question. So you say there is a cost of AI, but there is efficiency. But how do you measure efficiency? Like, how can you show that it really brings something?
So efficiency is two sides of it. You can say efficiency as a money. If you remember on one demo, something was really not shown. It was that. And there is another efficiency, which is the adoption, because that's what gives you the efficiency of the dollars at the end of the day. Like concierge. Concierge is everywhere. Can we calculate the efficiency in terms of money? Not really, right? But not everything with AI comes to money. There is an ecosystem on the adoption, on the trust, on the way how we are building, how we are reshaping for the future, that maybe will start as an investment to achieve the efficiency, the dollars at the end. There are use cases that directly, yes, you can, like what's the best next action in terms of sales. With AI, yes, of course, you do your forecast to understand where you will be in 3 years, in 4 years, in 1 year, and yes, you can do on parallel your calculation to have this efficiency. That's what we do have on the digital front door. When I said you submit your idea, you need to bring this efficiency with the cost of it, with the interest, and you can be over, right, in terms of inefficiency. That's acceptable, and that's also, I would say, a mindset. Say, I'm not doing it for now. I'm doing it for 2 years, for 3 years, and maybe it will be a failure. But maybe the business, it's different on healthcare because, it's 15 years to have a molecule. Then you can reshape, fine-tune to have a nice... And there are use cases where the acceleration is immediately. Except the R, everything, it's immediate efficiency. Hope it answered your question.
Thank you very much, Kaoutar. A great applause to you.
Thank you.
And of course, you can go and join Kaoutar if you have other questions. Thank you very much. We are continuing in 10 minutes here on the stage, but also you can discover how we are using AI for R&D, for the people, for manufacturing, and obviously to discover the patient experience. It's going to start in less than 10 minutes about a very important subject, accelerate and reinvent drug development. Let's meet in 10 minutes. 9 minutes exactly. Thank you.